Hello, everyone on Facebook. Welcome to Two Guys and Their Gym Talk Show. And this is a weekly talk show live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Noel and I here every Monday. And we are here on a mission to offer you relatable stories about health and fitness. And we hope that our episode today can inspire you if you have a new fitness goal that you want to achieve that you said 2022 is going to be your year. Yes, we hope today's episode can inspire you because we have different segments. And Noel, episode
Yes,
50, when I look at the poster, I'm like, wow, we made it here.
we made it. We're still here. The internet didn't die on us. COVID didn't kill us. We're still here doing what we do. And I'm glad that you brought up the whole New Year thing in my little discovery of the week segment later. I'm going to share something with all of y'all that I discovered this today. I was doing some reading about New Year's goals, and this was shocking for me. I'm going to share this with you shortly. It's something that happens in 2 days' time. This Wednesday, around the world, something's going to happen for every person who made some kind of New Year's resolution. What's going to happen? I'm going to tell you in my segment shortly. But for now, thank you for being here, my friends. Everybody, Alvin and I are grateful that you are here. Do us a favor, comment below. We'd love to always meet you, our regulars who are tuning in, and to our first timers as well. Comment below. First thing, where are you streaming in from? Wherever in the world, comment below. And here's my question. Here's our question for you today. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever done before? I asked my friend this that day. He just froze because it's not easy. But yes, the first thing that comes to your mind, don't have to list out everything, but the most ridiculous thing, the first thing that comes to your mind, comment below. We want to know. It doesn't have to be anything fitness related, but I want to know how crazy you are, and it's fun. So, having said that, okay, just a reminder to my friends on Facebook, LinkedIn, all to my friends on Instagram. Number one, where are you streaming in from? Comment below. And what's the most ridiculous thing? Let me just ask my friends on Instagram who I know who they are, who are still here, like Rena, Christian, Penny. Make sure you guys comment, okay? Where are you streaming in from, and what's the most ridiculous thing?
What
Alvin, you
is
wanna?
yours, Noel?
I was just gonna say, like, should you go first or I go first? Okay,
When you
since you
post that
asked me,
question, I froze already, Noel. What is the most ridiculous thing? I want to hear from you first, Noel. All yours.
actually, it's not easy, lah. I'm very good at asking these questions, but I'm not the best at answering. But I will do my best. One thing comes to mind. So, first of all, I'm streaming in from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And the most, I've done a lot of ridiculous things, but this is one thing that comes to mind, which is, I can't remember how many years ago, but I took a flight to Philippines just to have lunch with someone. True story. And I stayed there for one night and I came back the next day. But I was like, you know what? You come all the way from around the world and you're so close to me, but not in Malaysia. I'm gonna go there. So I bought a flight ticket, like literally like planned this in 24 hours. And this was before I was single, like I no commitments, nothing. Of course, I had my clients and all, but I was like, oh cool, let's buy a ticket and let's go to Philippines tomorrow for lunch. And I did that, and that's the first thing that comes to mind. Ridiculous, yeah. Worth it, absolutely. Any regrets? No regrets. And as crazy as it sounds, I think every time we do something ridiculous, it's how fun is that, right? I think it just adds an element of spice and fun into our lives. So that's my thing, Alvin. What about you? Before I go on to some of the comments I'm
Wow.
seeing, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you who is it in our after party later on Instagram. So for those of you who want to know who
Okay,
Noel
got it.
fly
I'll
to have
confess in
lunch
the after party.
after
Yeah.
party. What I don't know how to beat that because when you were sharing your story, one story came to my mind that me and my brothers was having a conversation about yesterday was when I was much younger. I got four brothers, by the way, and we all five boys will do very silly things to keep us entertained. You know,
Sounds
20
like
years
trouble
ago,
already, but go
where
on.
got technology? So one
Right.
game we used to play is the knee game. What happens is we will stand on a chair and we will jump and land on our knees. So we will kneel down like that. And the winner is who can jump from the highest. So if it's a chair, it goes up to a table, it begins, and apparently Alvin is the best. And somehow, as I try to recall, like, wow, my knees are still fine right now. Probably, I have no idea what I was thinking back then. But yeah, but this was, I think, when we were in kindergarten. Yeah,
Would you
and
play
it's
that
very interesting.
now? Would you play that game now if someone
No,
asked you? No.
no, 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 no. And that's the funny thing. The funny thing, why is it ridiculous? Is when me and my brothers, I'm the younger. So my elder brother were all challenged, but they won't do. So we,
Yeah,
me, the small
you
one,
guys
will
were
have
the
to do.
victims.
Yeah, and now we were talking about the story. I feel like, wow, I'm so silly. Thank God my knee is fine right up to now. Fingers crossed, huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Alvin, I'm hearing your story and I'm feeling the pain already. I'm just gonna comment on Instagram to my friends who are just tuning in and say, what are you guys talking about? We are talking about what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever done. And today we're celebrating episode 50. And you want to know where you're streaming in from? Comment below, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. And what's the most ridiculous thing that you've ever done? I shared my thing earlier. Alvin shared his. Alvin's one hurts just hearing about it. But thank you for being here. So I'm going to read some of the comments that I'm seeing on Instagram, and Alvin's probably going to check out what's happening on Facebook. Uh, I'm seeing, well, firstly, thank you everyone for being here. All of you all. Penny, hi, Kim is here. Penny is from Penang, and the most ridiculous thing that she's done is joining a noodle eating competition where you need to finish a hot bowl of noodles in 20 minutes. Wow, that sounds crazy. I hope you won, Penny. Hope you won, but that's awesome. Uh, Christian is from India, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Christian sharing that he got drunk on the road when he was 23 in London. Ah, okay. In a foreign place and you're in another country and you're drunk on the road. Definitely the most ridiculous thing to do. I'll remember that, Christian, when I see you this year. You'll be drunk on the road in Bangkok. No, just saying. Belinda, hi Belinda, hi Vashini, hi Karen, Mongpeng, hi Mongpeng, how are you? Shalin's here. Uh, do us a favor, comment below where you're streaming in from. What's the most ridiculous thing that you've ever done? And if you
and
don't
on
read your comments now, we'll read it later on the show. Over to you, Alvin. You want
and
to
on
read some?
here Facebook,
Yeah.
so we got Kylie here, and her most ridiculous thing is participate in a singing competition. I don't think so. That's ridiculous, Kylie. I think that's amazing. And we have
Yeah.
Sumita here tuning in from Damansara Jaya. And she said, I made my friend buy me breakfast unwillingly in school every day.
That's called bullying. Just kidding.
We're gonna let you answer to that, Sumita, in our after party. Yeah? So we got two agenda. You make your friend buy you breakfast every day. Wow.
It's a good deal,
I
though.
That is a good deal. Let us know what you do later in the after party. And our next segment from keep the comments coming in. If you have
Yeah.
any questions, our invitation is to post a question and we will have an Ask Us Anything segment in the end. Our invitation to you is to welcome you to our next segment called Discovery of the Week, where Noel
Hmm.
and I discover something over this week and we want to share this with you. And looking at the notes, Noel, I invite you to share first. What do you have for us this week?
Yeah, so I was doing a little bit of research this morning, Elvin, to send out a newsletter to my email list, and I email everybody every Monday and every Thursday. So I was looking up and researching about New Year's resolutions because everybody made some sort of New Year commitment. And have you heard of this company or this called Strava? You heard of Strava, Elvin?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
steps, right?
Right. So they have this activity tracking app where people all around the world, not just people who go to the gym, but people who cycle, people who hike, runners, everybody, many people install the Strava app to track their workouts or runs. So Strava
Right.
came out with a report because they have the data of everybody who's working out, a lot of people who's working out throughout the year. And they said, based on the data that they have, it's very clear that every year people give up on their New Year's resolutions on January 19th.
2 days time.
Yep, 2 days to go. In fact, they called it Quitters Day. Quitters Day is coming in 2 days. So I sent an email to my database today calling it Quitters Day is coming, January 19th. And it's interesting, right? So it's like, wow, just a few weeks ago, everyone was motivated, but so reliably, as just as how we all started something, here we are quitting on something. And why does that happen? How come it's so predictable? I think it's really because, first of all, the data doesn't lie, okay? It's information, like it's fact. Of course, it's not saying that everybody's going to quit. Those of you who have
Right.
figured it out and got committed, maybe you've got a coach, you've got a program, then you're not going to quit. But the rest of the majority of the people, chances are you're going to quit on the 19th. Now, to those of you watching this and you're like, I don't feel like quitting, but Noel said 19 is quitters day. Let's quit on the 19th. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, hey, let's prepare. Let's prepare because, hey, majority of people are going to quit in 19. What happened? What did we not do? Right? So maybe let's explore. Maybe we didn't get someone to hold us accountable. Maybe we didn't commit to something where there's some sort of consequence, right? If I sign up for the gym and if I don't do it in if I'm quit in a month, then therefore I'm going to do this. There must be some consequence, right? Or involve someone else in your fitness journey. So if you're doing this
Yeah.
alone, you started something, you're happy, you're excited, okay, like you're still going strong. You're not going to quit on the 19th. Maybe on the 29th you will quit. Maybe in March you will quit. But in on January 1st, you told yourself you're not going to quit. You told yourself that this time it's for real. You told yourself that it's not just a one-off thing. And this year you're going to make your fitness commitment all the way to the end. Did you plan for the obstacles that might come? Right? So if every year you've started something and you've failed, so that's a trend happening right there. How about this time you prepared in advance? So whatever obstacle it has been, maybe it's work, maybe it's family, maybe it's you lose motivation, whatever it is, list it out. And for every obstacle that you are predicting right now, come up with 2 solutions. And if you need help with that, and like Noel, I know I'm gonna mess up. I've been messing up for the past 5 years. Every January I start something and I mess up. I don't know how to break the cycle. Let us know. Send Alvin a message. Send me a message. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help you. We are here to help you. But don't let 2022 be a year where it's just like every other year. Okay. So I'm going to start rambling. But coming back to what my initial discovery of the week sharing was, the statistics show that 19th of January is Quitters Day. So let's not be the quitter this time. Not just 19th January, but anytime. This year, let's make your fitness goal actually happen. And if you need help, it's okay to ask for help. It's not a bad thing. You can't just YouTube and figure out everything. Sometimes you just got to ask someone for help. You want to ask us? We're happy to help you. Send us a message. We never say no. We reply every single message. And I wish you all the best. And no quitting, okay? No quitting. Keep going on. We believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. Alvin and I believe in
Right.
you. You got this, and we are here to support you in your fitness journey. That's my sharing for today, Alvin.
I think that is beautiful, Noel. No quitters day. And when you mentioned that, Noel, one of the reasons I feel is sometimes we set goals that are not compelling or
Yeah,
challenging enough for ourselves. Like, I want to
yeah,
lose 10 kilos. Yes, but tell me why you want to lose 10 kilos. What is the internal motivation, the intrinsic
yeah,
motivation, which
yeah,
leads me to my discovery of the week because I discovered a new challenge, a new goal for myself this past week, which is 1 day hike to Mount Kinabalu. So Mount Kinabalu, we all knows that we hike up, we rest there. It's a 2 days, 1 night thing. but there are permits, very limited permits. And if you are fit and matches to the criteria, they're going to give you a permit for 1 day, which means you start in the morning, you hike up straight to the summit and you hike down. And when I knew of this, when I heard of this, I'm like, I want to do that. And that is my goal. So my
Wow.
discovery of the week is I want to do a 1 day hike to Mount Kinabalu, and I want to make it happen. I want to go up and down, and I'm done with the mountain in 1 day and carry on and have dinner somewhere. So I just found out about this. I'm looking on how to go about it, and that is my goal. Setting up for 2022 is challenging, is compelling, and because of my goal, I am not going to quit on January 19th. I'm going to reflect on my goal. I'm going to reflect on my goal. I'm going to remember what I need to do on a daily basis, take action,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. For all of you who are watching and wondering, how are we going to do this? As Noel shared just now, this is really true. We can't do things alone. I mean, we can. It will be easier if we have a very strong support system reaching out to one another. And that's what one of the reasons Noel and I are here every Monday, hoping to inspire you with our different segments, with our special guests, and also a segment for Q&A. So if you have any questions you like us to assist you in your fitness journey, or if you are a fitness professional, you need assistance in your business, drop your questions in the comment below or on Instagram with a little question mark at the side. Noel and I is going to answer them at the end for our Ask Us Anything segment.
Yeah, I love that, Alvin. That's amazing. Your goal to climb Kinabalu in a day. And I'm absolutely confident that you're going to make it, because if you can do 2,000 burpees back to back, you can climb multiple mountains. Just putting it out there, you can climb multiple mountains in a day. But yeah, everyone, my friends, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here for episode 50. Today, we have a few announcements that we will make shortly as well. Also, just reflecting on the past few episodes. My Instagram seems to be freezing a little bit here and there, but it's still going okay, I guess. Alvin, are you seeing me move on Instagram, or is it just freezing on my end?
It's freezing on your end. It's a bit
It's
delay on Instagram.
freezing. Okay, but I haven't got kicked out of Instagram yet, which is great. And I
Instagram
say
still loves
that
us.
because I want to read some comments that I saw on Instagram. Remember? So today's question is, number one is, where are you streaming in from? Still not too late to comment. Comment below. And what's the most ridiculous thing that you have ever done that you can think of right now? Okay, so going back, just reading some of the comments. Going back, reversing. Kim says, let's do this together. Awesome. Charlene's from Kajang. The most ridiculous thing that she's ever done was injuring my hand with a broken glass and ended up getting stitches. Ayo, that's so painful, Charlene. But Charlene, that's an accident. It's an accident. It happens. Tell us about something you intentionally did. That's just ridiculous. Intentional, ridiculous. Accidents happen. I've fallen down and dislocated my knee running away from fireworks before. So that's an accident. Ridiculous, but also an accident. But tell me about your story. Scrolling back, Kim is tuning in from TTDI. Not ridiculous, but having spine surgery with just local anesthesia. She's a daredevil. That's why. Let me see. Any other comments, Alvin? Anything you see on Facebook and on
None at the
LinkedIn?
moment.
No? Okay, awesome. Let's move on. What do we have next in store for our discussion today on episode 50?
Moving into episode 50, Noel and I come to a little recap, reflecting on the 50 episode that we have done. And today our little segment is to kind of reflect on it, Noel, and kind of share our experience, our thought on some of the things that we like. And we also want to hear from you what are some of your favorite moments. And we're going to share a little I would say, future plan, a little surprise, what's going to happen
Secret
next.
announcement. Yeah, secret project.
Secret announcement. Love that. So, the secret project is coming in at the last part of this segment.
Got
So,
it.
moving into our little recap, Noel, maybe I can
Yep.
ask you a question is what is one
Hmm.
thing you like since we brand the show into two guys and their gym 20 weeks ago? It started off with questions you may be too shy to ask your trainers. And
Mm.
then we kind of explore into multiple platform. And
Yeah.
finally, episode 30, we said, let's do this, two guys and their gym. So
Yeah.
for the past 20 episode, what is one thing you love the most?
The one thing I love the most, Alvin, is I think that when we kind of rebranded the show, um, we somehow have been very blessed to get very interesting guests, very diverse bunch of guests. People said yes to the show compared to before, and people weren't sure what's this show about again. What time do I have to stream in? Do I need a computer and a so? But as it became episode 30 onwards, and we rebranded it, we had more people being willing to come on the show, and I got to connect. I'm sure you would agree also that I got to connect with so many people. Some people I haven't spoken to in years, but I know, and just to talk to people from a variety of things, like from gym owners to nutritionists to
Right.
chefs to physiotherapists. It's like, wow, look at the buffet of different kinds of guests that we could have. That is really what excited me the most about the past 20 episodes, and coming closer to the past last 10 episodes, even so from episode 41 to episode 50, our guests became even more diverse. you know like I will of course, we had Jonathan Goodman, who agreed to come on our show, which is just like, I still can't believe it happened. And then we had like Aina last week, like such a
Mm-hmm.
someone who stayed up way beyond the bedtime just to be on the show. We had Marissa, we had Sumita, we had people who were our audience, who were even coming on to the show.
Right. Yes, yes.
So I love how it's growing. It's and we have people who've just been constantly been there, supportive, and just tuning in and interacting, and just really helping us to bring the show forward. So that's my highlight. It's just the diversity of the guests and the people that we got to talk to. That's my favorite thing about the past 20 and even the last 10 episodes, actually.
I love that, Noah. And I do agree on the guest part, having various different guests from different
Yeah.
background and their experience, sharing their wisdom. I feel I learn something from everyone that appears
Yep.
on our show and of course from each episode. And I look back thinking of our first few episodes on Instagram and leading to where we are today, 50 episode, makes me a better person, makes me a better fitness professional, giving better values, helping more people. And that is the highlight for me. Connecting with not only guests, I would also say connecting with all of you
Yeah.
who are tuning in here on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also gave me the idea when Noel and I decided, let's call this show Two Guys and Their Gym. And I get some feed forwards like, why gym? Why gym? When Noel and I look back into it, the word gym, although it is a physical location, a physical building, can be a gym, but to us, gym evolve more than just the building. It's the people. It's you. It's our clients, members, friends, family. It's all the heroes. It's all the achievers. All of you who are tuning in, not only in Malaysia but outside of our international audience. You all are the heart of our show. And Noah and I, we love it so much that every time when we had a discussion post show, we feel the most when you share your thoughts, when you share and comment, when you ask questions. And that gives us the life to carry on our show every week. And that is my highlight, that two guys in the gym,
Yeah.
it's more than just us. It's more than Daily Muscles and Achieve Fitness. It's all of you tuning in from Penang, Malacca, Johor, US, Philippines. That makes me so grateful to be here every Monday. That's my highlight, Noel. And I love that.
Yeah, and we are two episodes short from being on every Monday for a whole year. It's almost a year. And how crazy is that? But yeah, so if you go back all the way even to episode one, why did we even start this? Um, yeah, it took a pandemic to make us realize that, hey, look, the gyms are closed. How can we serve our clients? How can we get the message of fitness across? Just because the
Yeah,
gyms are closed doesn't mean health and fitness is on pause and let's put it in the
right.
drawer and close it up. No, so that's why Alvin and I thought that, look, we can still do this for our clients. We can still do this for the rest of the world, even though the gyms are closed. And that's how the show started. And of course, it has evolved. And today we are here and now we are streaming in 3 places. But I'm grateful for our beginnings. I don't want to look at episode one, the video. I don't want to look at it. Oh my gosh, the lighting, the audio problems, the everything. We've gone through everything, and now we kind of have a little bit of a consistency in how we do things. Again, there's still room to improve, but I'm grateful how the show has become. And today we celebrate 50 episodes, and I don't take things for granted. I don't take you for granted, so Alvin, for committing every Monday, 9 p.m. every week without fail. And as most people know, Mondays are the craziest days in the week. Mondays is where we have the most things to do.
That's
But
right.
here we are, just committed because Alvin is always about doing the hard thing. And uh, if I could point to one person who really kept the show going, I would point it to Alvin, because Alvin inspired me to always do the hard thing, to be consistent. And I will admit there were days where I felt like I'm so tired today. The last thing I can do right now is to get online, put up a a happy face, and to be there for all of you all watching. And sometimes it's tiredness, sometimes it's we had a bad day, sometimes it's bad news at the gym, sometimes
Hmm.
it's whatever it is, right? Things happen. But we kept it going. And I've never had an episode where after everything is done, where I told myself that I regret doing this episode. Never, ever, ever happened. But there has been days where I feel like, man, I'm so tired. I just want to have my dinner and go to bed. But we got this show. I'm going to do it. I'm just being super honest. Just being super honest. But when I show up and I see all of y'all streaming in, and I see Alvin, who's there at his gym, not home. Alvin's not home. I'm in my house. I can go to bed after this. Alvin can't. He's not even home yet. So I look at that and I go like, what excuse do I have? So Alvin, you keep me going, so I appreciate that. And I think we got a great synergy in the show as well. I love the show. But like I told all of y'all, like Alvin teased this now as well, we have a little bit of an announcement in how this show is going to evolve shortly, moving forward. And it's a good thing. It's a good evolve, a good thing that it's going to evolve to. I'm actually kind of excited because it's definitely going to bring our next 10, 20 episodes to a whole different level, and get more people involved and get you all even more excited, because it's just going to be really, really awesome. Yes. Okay, that's my recap again, and more than a recap. But yeah, Alvin, let me ask you, what's the most what's the most ridiculous thing that has happened for you in the past 50 episodes? This is specific to the show. Anything that comes to top of your mind?
I feel like you asked me this question on episode 30 or so.
I might have, but now that we're episode
Yes.
50, anything crazy that's happened, anything crazy that has happened in this show that we don't really know about? Like, I don't know. Is there? Only if there
I
is.
guess there, I would say the most scariest moment for me is when there's internet problem and when I see one devices failing, because I'm having so many things right in front of me and
Yeah.
I scared that one mistake would just make the whole show goes bad.
Yeah.
That is the most scariest thing. And there are moments where I kind of hang and I panic. especially when it's 10 minutes before the show. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I go down to the cafe? Should I go borrow next door? I don't know. But somehow everything works in place. And I guess that in everything we do in life, be it in our fitness journey, we just need to have a little faith. And the most important thing is just start and keep doing it. Looking at us, Noel, if we were to stop when the pandemic, or we would have stopped when the gym are reopening, the episode would have stopped at episode 30, and we're like, let's get back to our business, our gym, we
Yeah,
are here. And
yeah,
I would also add on that it takes two hands to make a clap. And I feel that when we both come together, that's when the clap happens. We make sound. And I'm looking at some of the comments on Facebook. Sumita is saying thank you. Some of them are saying they appreciate us. We love you. Well, I have a lot of conversations, and all of this has happened because of you. And we are thankful for you. And with that, I'm going to pass the surprise to you to share, Noel. What is the surprise?
ooh, which surprise? No, 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 no. So actually, it's not a surprise, but this is a bit of direction in how the show's moving forward. Um, the first thing is we want to evolve the show, and we wanted it to be more about you and less about us. Although it's always been about you, but if we look at the title of our show, which by the way, I'm the one who came up with this suggestion, and then like, oh yeah, I could have done better, but it's okay. And but if you look back, two guys in their gym is really, it's nice. It's still us. It's our identity, but the show makes it sound like as if it's all about us and not about you. So the first thing that's going to happen is moving forward, it's still going to be a Monday night show by two guys and their gyms, but we're going to have a theme. So, for example, for the next 10 episodes, from episode 51 to 60, the two guys and their gym is going to talk about the top fitness studios in Kuala Lumpur, for example. That's going to be our theme. And we're going to have the guests, the instructors, the owners come on the show and share. And we're going to pick the best. Okay, not going to take any other random studio. We're going to pick the best. You guys can vote. We're going to get the best of the best to come and share what makes their studios the best. That's one thing.
Right.
The second, and of course the show can evolve again from episode 60 onwards. We could feature two guys and their gym can feature the top 10 top healthiest restaurants in Malaysia. And we get those people, the founders, the chefs, the cooks, and the people behind those brands to come and share. And we feel that this is a more focused way of doing things. We're still two guys and their gyms, but we want to give
Right.
more exposure to especially the underdogs. We want to give exposure to the underdogs. There's so many people out there doing great work, so many trainers, so many gyms, so many restaurants, so many healthy catering options operating from their houses, just doing great jobs but don't get the recognition that they get. And we want to feature these people so the whole world gets to know about them. And again, it's really about adding more value to you, so we can uncover some of these hidden gems. But that's the direction moving forward. So we're going to kind of rebrand, still two guys and the gyms, but we're going to have a focus and a theme. So when you hop on the show, you know exactly who we're going to be talking about and who we're going to have. And we're going to get a whole bunch of guests coming on our show. That's announcement number one, rebrand of the show. Announcement number two is we are going to take a 4-week sabbatical. Can I call it? Not a break, a
Yes, you
4-week
can.
sabbatical or a pause, not the end of the show, a pause to upgrade and to revamp a lot of the back end things that we are doing. For example, we've actually been recording every single show that we've been doing. Every single show has been recorded. And we want to upload those episodes so that everyone has a full look. Here's episode 1 to episode 50. All the things they talked about. We're going to update that. We're going to put it up on a website. We're going to put everything on Spotify and all of that. We got all the background work already going, but we want a 4-week period where we can get up to speed, and get guests to come into our show. So when we come back in 4 weeks' time, we will have a whole 10 episodes, or the whole season. Yeah, I haven't got it season one,
That's
season
right.
two. So next season, 10 episodes is about this, and here's all our guests. And if you're like, hey, I like this restaurant and that owner's coming on this date, save the date. We want to do that for you. So you can kind of pre-plan and don't have to watch every single episode, but you can pick and choose. But of course, if you watch every episode, it will love you even more. But those are some of the upgrades we are doing. So that means that every episode that happens, now, moving forward, if you missed the episode, you can catch us on Spotify, and not just, oh, let me go back to Noel or Alvin's IGTV and watch it.
That's
And then
right.
you have to watch. And then when you switch off your phone, it goes off. But then when it's on Spotify, you can continue to hear it. So we are taking a 4-week break to do all of these upgrades and come back bigger, stronger, and it's not version 2.0, it's version something. But and to do that for all of y'all. And of course, we're not disappearing for 4 weeks, but the 4 weeks is going to give us a good chance to reconnect with all of y'all. Send us your suggestions. We will be posting stuff as well to get your ideas. This is your show. So there's something that you want to see, something that you want more of, or a new segment, or any idea, let us know, because we can make this part of the show. And that is our plan moving forward. Alvin, what do you think?
Absolutely. I love that. I love
What
that,
excites
Noel.
you the most about the
Sum it
next,
up.
this new change that we are introducing?
What excites me the most is the direction and the feeling that we're going to have in our upcoming show. As
Yeah,
right now, you notice that most of our guests are more in the fitness industry, in the fitness players, and we are moving beyond the fitness industry to reach out to very, very knowledgeable, amazing human beings that have so much of wisdoms to share, and we want to highlight them. We feel that what we have going here is a good platform to share good things, and we want to be that what the light, the beam. I don't know how do you put that. Well, like we want to be the middle person to kind of like show you, here goes, here's the light, check this out.
yeah.
And we want to filter all of the, pardon me, like the nonsense, the influences, the looks and things that are not so true, and we want to give you the real raw truth of fitness and life. So what you hear from Noel and I, like we don't have many audience tuning in live. We are not showing our body. We are not showing money. We are just showing you two authentic Indians, Malaysians.
It's the Indian gym show. No, no, but it's true. But no, but Alvin, it's so true, right? Because I think in
Yeah,
today's, when people are scrolling um, on Instagram, something like our show may not stop them to pause and to see what we're doing. What really stops them is, of course, the influencers and whatever body parts that they're showing. All that. That's okay. It's cool for them. But we wanna make sure this show heads in a direction where we're actually giving you the information that you need, and not so much what you want.
right.
Two different things. And we want to be here to support you, right? Kiwi agrees. That's why she's barking. And we're excited, and that's the direction of the show. So to recap, if you just tuned in and you're like, what are you two talking about, we just kind of explain, I'll summarize what I just said. The show is evolving. Welcome to episode 50. From episode 51 onwards, the show is evolving. It's still by Alvin and I, two guys, yes, Kiwi, two guys and their gyms and the dog. Yes, is that what you're saying? No. Two guys and their gyms, but we're going to focus on the best fitness studios in Kuala Lumpur. Two Guys in the Gyms presents the best, healthiest restaurants in Malaysia. And we're going to go down that path and get these actual fitness studios and restaurant owners to come on board and to share. And if you know someone who's like, oh my God, Noel, I know this person, he has the best restaurant ever and he needs to be on the show, let us know, please, because we want to make sure that we highlight the underdogs in the fitness industry. The fitness industry is not just the gym, it's the people cooking, selling the healthy food. It's the market that sells the best vegetables that are grown pesticide free. If you ask me, all of those people are part of the fitness industry. So
Right.
that's where the direction is heading. And also, we are taking a 4 week sabbatical to upgrade the show, to catch up on the episodes, to upload our episodes on Spotify, YouTube, and we're going to launch a brand new website where everything can be there at one place. So those are some of the upgrades that are coming. That's the announcement that Elvin and I just made. So over to you, Elvin. Yes, Kiwi, come in. Come,
I
come.
think Kiwi is excited. It's like, yay!
He's like, finally, am I going to get my own show? No, no, you're not, Kiwi. She's right next to me. Okay.
So for
Yeah.
those who are tuning in, our next segment is Ask Us Anything. If you have any questions, all you have to do is comment your questions below, or if you're watching it on Instagram, the little question mark box, put your questions there. Noel and I are going to spend about the next
Yep.
10 minutes answering some
Mhm.
questions. And I have a question here came in to us. This was
Mm.
sent in, and the question goes, I'm going to put it up on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Okay.
I like these questions. It's more on training, Noel. It says, what is the best way to build endurance? What are some of the best way to build stamina? Maybe I'll take this first, Noel, and then I'll pass to you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best way to build endurance? In my opinion, when a client asks me about endurance, I would share with them more on two parts of endurance. There are the cardiovascular endurance, which is your body. Let me rephrase that: your heart and lungs ability to give your body oxygen. Cardiovascular endurance. For example, you go do running. When you run, your body, your heart and lungs supplies oxygen to your body. Very simplified. And then there's also a muscular endurance where you lift weights until your muscles reach fatigue. So there's two different kinds of endurance you want to look at and see which one do you want to improve. If you are a marathon runner, you might want to focus more on cardiovascular endurance. Therefore, you do more of cardiovascular training, perhaps running more that is related more to your sports or more to your events. If you are a crossfitter, a weight lifter, and you want more muscular endurance that you're able to lift weights for a longer period of time, then you might want to do more on functional movements. For example, if you are doing a heavy deadlift, and therefore your training tools will involve perhaps living different variety of deadlift. Maybe do a lighter deadlift with more reps, do a time-based deadlift, do a drop set deadlift. All these are suggestions. Think of it as cardiovascular endurance and muscular endurance and see which one you really want to improve. And there your training would be focusing on one or the other. So that's my take on what is the best way to build endurance. What's your thought on it, Noel?
The best way to build endurance is to do more of the same thing. I mean, if you really look at what is endurance, endurance is the ability to keep doing that thing longer without tiring out. So if you've never climbed Mount KK before and you want to build endurance, you just got to do more climbing and training to climb. And then you build your endurance. If you've never run before, and right now you can only run 200 meters before you have to stop and catch a breath, how do you
Right.
build more endurance? You run more. Simple as that. It's not that there's the secret tablet you have to take, go to the pharmacy, you buy this. Noel and Alvin told me you buy this, your endurance is going to improve. No. You want to run more? You want to run more than 200 meters without stopping to catch your breath? Run more, run faster, run harder, run uphill. Then next thing you realize that I can run 300 meters now without losing my breath. I can run 400 meters. Like, hey, I can run a whole kilometer. But how does it happen? You keep doing that thing. So there's no secret formula. It's really just doing more of that. It's not a very sexy answer lah, put it that way. But that really is it, and it's actually quite a generic question actually, Alvin. Like endurance, it could be if you want to be able to eat spicy food. I need endurance. I'm doing a food competition to eat spicy chicken wings, whatever it is. Have you seen those videos on YouTube where they eat those spicy,
Right. They can just eat
right?
the chilies. Yeah, crazy.
Correct. So, but it's a contest, right? So, how do you build endurance? You eat more spicy stuff, and then your taste buds and everything gets accustomed to it, and you become better at it. Same thing with your fitness, also, or whatever it is. You just do more of it. So that's how you build endurance. Whatever it is, you need more endurance in running, swimming, cardio,
Any
whatever it
sports
is,
related. That's
any
right.
sports related thing. The answer is to do more of it. Do more of it and to challenge yourself every time. And of course, there are programs, there are methods that can help you get there better. Like, for example, a coach can program something for you. For example, if you want to run and build more endurance for running, you can get a coach to write you a running program which balances out your rest and recovery and distance. And this week you're going to run 500 meters, and then whatever it is, the next week you're going to increase the distance. So you can also write programs like that. So you can always work with a coach to help you with something. But the short answer to your question is how to build more endurance is to do more of that one thing that you're wanting to build more endurance of. So, and it's the same thing Alvin said actually. And I hope that helps.
Absolutely. Love it. And if you have any questions, I invite you to comment now. Well, I'm just going to scroll through Facebook,
Mm.
LinkedIn, and Instagram to see if any questions. May be able to take one questions. If you have any questions about nutrition, training, or if you're a fitness professional, do ask us any questions.
There's a question on Instagram. It's nothing to do with training, but Penny's asking, when is the sabbatical going to happen? The sabbatical, great question. We actually never mentioned, but it's moving forward. So now we are episode 50. So that means like great. Episode 51 onwards, we want to make these changes that we mentioned just now. So the sabbatical it's happening from tomorrow. We're still here, like, what it means that next week Monday there will not be a show, and for 4 weeks. So we will let you know in advance when the next show is coming up as well. But basically, it's a 4 week break. That means next Monday, don't come on Instagram and ask me where are y'all. Send me a message, I might reply, but we're not going to be live on Instagram. But we're still here, by the way. We're not going anywhere. You're not. Elvin's not running off to KK and hiding in the mountains. I'm not going to America and hiding there. No, we are still here. We're just focusing and upgrading the show. So if every Monday night you feel like you miss us, you know what? Send us a message. Send Alvin a message at 9 o'clock and say, "Hi, I miss you." Great. I'll reply you because we're still here. It's just that the show won't happen because we are upgrading the show. So to answer your question, Penny, the sabbatical happens tomorrow. And actually not the sabbatical. This is an upgrade. We'll be back in 4 weeks.
It's like when at 12 p.m. every night, the bank have a maintenance happening. And it said for the next 15 minutes, you cannot perform any transaction. However, we are not as big as the bank. We need a little bit longer time for maintenance.
But you know how frustrating is that? Somehow at 12 o'clock is when you want to do the bank transaction. And then it's like, oh yeah, cannot log in, cannot check the balance. Like, oh gosh, that's then we want to do. We have the whole 24 hours of the day, and that's when you want to do it. How hilarious is that?
Yes.
But yes, Alvin said it right. It's just like we're doing our maintenance after 50 weeks of going back to back. We'll miss y'all. We will miss this, and but we're gonna be able to come back super excited, and just I'm really really looking forward to episode 51 onwards, and we are gonna make this truly special. So it's gonna be totally worth it. Just hanging on there. Find something else to do every Monday night and put it in your calendar for Mondays after that. That the return of two guys in the gym. So we'll let you know in advance when the show is coming back. And so We're looking like a reunion show, right? Not reunion. We're not going anywhere. Okay. Anyway, I should stop talking. Over to you, Alvin. What's next?
Next would be our invitation to invite all of you to tune in into our after party, which will be happening
Yeah.
on Instagram. If you're watching on Facebook and LinkedIn and wonder what is this after party, at the end of our show, we have none recorded, about 10 minutes informal catch up on Instagram as we are tuning in live on Instagram right now. As you see, Noah and I just looking to the side. After party on Instagram, description below. And we invite you to check out the Facebook version. We have the links, we have the full descriptions of our segments in our Facebook version. And Noel and I thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. And to sum it up, we are going to see you episode 51 on the 14th of February. And what day is that, Noel? 14th of February.
I don't know. It sounds really familiar.
Sounds really familiar. I think you know it. That is because we have so full of love for all of you for the show. We are going to see you on that special day, episode
That's right.
51, 14th of February, Monday, same time, 9 p.m. Malaysia time.